Hello, hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? I'm going to go grab some earphones really quick. You guys, give me 1 second. Okay, can you guys hear me okay? Can someone let me know? Give me a yes, you guys can hear me. Doing a little mic check really quick. Desiree, yes. Okay. And just so you guys know, I'm using StreamYard for chat because we're going to use my phone to play the park interview. So it like lags a couple of seconds. So when I ask a question or something, I'm here waiting for you guys to answer. And then like a couple seconds will go by and then it just sends me all of these comments. So just keep that in mind today. So Florida's here. Hey, Florida, you missed my last live, I think. You better have a good excuse. Hi, Bonnie. Hey, Meg. You know, those CHs get me, Meg, so I'm not even going to try to say that whole name. Hey, Purple. Pildora. Did I get that right? Hey, Julia. MS. Stasia. Hey, girl. Just making sure I got everyone. And you guys might hear my computer tapping away. That's why I hate using, I hate looking at chat through StreamYard. I really hate it. Hey, John. So did you guys have a good weekend? Oh, it's your first time here? Oh, yay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, I'm Crazy Crime Chick, and normally here at the channel, we always usually talk about the Chris Watts case. I've been following this case for about 2.5 years, almost to 3 years. And when I say following the case, I mean doing research, deep diving into all of this craziness of a case. So I do take pride in the videos that I've uploaded. So if you guys have not watched any of my videos, I have about 25 videos of my own research. I was looking at it the other day and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I have 25 videos. And that's not all my videos. That's just my videos of my work. So I do recommend watching those videos. Oh, Florida, you took your boat out to Daytona? Wow, that's so cool. You can call me Pill. Okay, I'll call you Pill. I like that. Hey, Melanie. Oh, thank you. Thank you for your comment. Thank you so much. It's funny because, you know, you guys will see a 10-minute video and that takes me like a couple of weeks just to get out. You came here from Save Robbie's channel? Oh, cool. Hey, Amanda. So as you guys know, today I'm going to wait a couple of minutes. So if you're watching this on the replay, just forward it maybe 3 minutes ahead or 4. I'm going to let people just come on in. We're going to finish up the park interview. We did start that one last week, and we're going to wrap it up today. So are you guys having a good Monday? Julia, I couldn't be on here for 8 hours. I would go nuts. I mean, not saying the people that do is bad, but it's a lot of work because for one, you're staring at your computer screen. And hey, Kimbers, and that's a lot on your eyes. And then if you use a ring light or the green back, I mean, it's just a lot. So I don't know how people could go live for past 4 hours. I'm dying. Well, after 2.5 hours, I need a break. Hey, Aries girl. You wish Alexa could fast forward to Friday. I hope you had a good weekend then. Some have no damn lives. Well, Julia, I just barely started doing lives, to be honest with you. It took me a good minute to really get in the flow of going live. I started off doing videos, and I just like making videos because I can put what I want in there, and then there's no added chit chat for me. I do sometimes go off and start talking a lot, and some people just want me to get straight to the point. So making videos I personally like, and going live, I really would be nervous to go live. Now I'm over it. Now I'm like, you know what? If StreamYard lags, if this messes up, we'll get through it together. Hey, Joan. Hey, Leanne. You're cleaning right now? Picking up all the winter crap. That's what I need to do. I need to get all the winter stuff out of the house. I'm so glad you're back, Desiree. I am so glad you're back. I went back and I was looking at the live chat. And first, I do want to say a big, big apology. I missed so many people coming in, and I didn't. I like saying hi to everyone that comes in personally, because I feel if you're here watching me, I appreciate it. I want you to know that I see you. You are welcome here. I appreciate you. And there was some people that came in that I didn't even notice. And not that I didn't notice, but I'm doing other things behind what you guys can see. So I do apologize if I didn't personally say hi to you. There were some super chats I didn't even see until the very end. So I do apologize for that, you guys. I had a bunch of toddlers getting food from my fridge today. So yeah, one great month. Well, I've been on the road all day long. I woke up and my daughter went to school, started my day off trying to get everything I needed in order, getting ready for her birthday party. And I came home, ate dinner really quick. And then I came over here, and here we are. When you can see my face, Florida. Actually, so after today, tomorrow, or Wednesday, actually, we're going to do a premiere video. And then I'll be ghost for the rest of the week because I have a lot going on this week. And then next week, we're going to have a members only live. And that will be like a Q&A. And I'll be showing my face in that one. And then I'm going to do the giveaway for the members. And then we'll do a live where we'll start Nichol Kessinger's second interview. That's the really long interview. And maybe I'll show my face in that one, Florida. Is it Janissa? Did I say that correct? Janissa. I hope I'm saying that correct. Yeah, Joan, it's usually the same people we see all the time here. So you'll see a lot of people that are in my chat that were on Larry's channel or on Andog's channel. We all we're all such a good community here. We all watch each other. You'll see me in their chat. Janessa, like Vanessa. Thank you. Sarah Jane. Hey, Sarah. Every time Sarah comes in, I have to say that because every time I see her name, I think of Mary Jane. Hey, Donna from the UK. Oh my God, what time is it, Donna? Amanda, I'm taking Florida's wrench away. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're all pretty good. We all get along really well. We all have each other's back, and I feel like I've been here not the longest, but I know I've been here for a while with this case. Sarah, I love the way Crazy talks. Oh my God, Donna, it's 3:15 a.m. Here's another thing, you guys, before we get started. Next week, when I do go live, I'm going to go a little bit a lot earlier, like a lot earlier, only because one of my mods, she's from the UK. So I know it's hard for her to come on here at night because as you just seen, it's 3 something right now. And she'll still come out and she'll be here, but I do like it, make it a little bit easier on her. So next week we'll go a little earlier. Pale, you came from CDT's channel? Awesome. Well, welcome. Hey, Sweet Pea. How are you doing tonight, Sweet Pea? Also, you guys, if Amanda or maybe Sky, you guys can do it. Can you guys link the Facebook group? And before I get started, I do want to just say with the Facebook group, you guys, when you guys go to join the Facebook group, just make sure you answer all the questions because if you don't answer one of the questions, the mods or myself will not accept you in. So we've been getting a lot of people that haven't been answering all of the questions. So just make sure you guys answer them. Okay, hold on. Hold on, you guys. And I'm just going to set up from right now behind the scenes and let me send a link. All right, Sky, I just sent it. Okay. All right. So let me, hey, Valerie. And I hope I didn't miss anybody. Let me just go up really quick. Okay, so most of you guys, I think, were here the last live where we watched the park interview. And we went over the phone bill for that day. We looked at her Google searches she did on the 15th. So if you haven't watched that live, I highly suggest maybe watching it now or afterwards watching it. So, because this is going to be part 2. And let me set up right now while you guys are all saying hi. You missed me. Florida, I did miss you. I did miss your craziness in here. I was like, I hope he's okay. Okay. I don't always miss you, Florida. Hold on, let's see. Okay. All right. And let me just move this up about. Hold on. And you guys aren't going to be able to hear anything. I have this on mute right here because we're going to actually use my phone today, but I'm just trying to. Let's try that again. All right, let me try that again. And I wonder if D fell asleep. Poor thing. All right. And just so you guys know, I'm just setting up right now. I'm setting it up so we can get this party started. All right, let's try this again. Hey, Carmen. And I think Andy's here. If Andy's here, hey, Andy. All right. Now, you guys aren't going to be hearing anything right now because I'm going to mute this from the stream. I just want you guys to be able to have something to look at while I play it on my phone. So let me just... All right. So now I'm going to play it from my phone. Again, let me know if the audio sounds okay. The last time you guys all said it was fine, so it should be okay. Oh no, Sarah. I hate Dennis too. I hate him, I hate him, I hate him. Hey, Andy. Glad you made it. Oh, Sweet Pea, thank you, sweetheart, for that. Okay, so I'm going to hit play.
Lied about Eileen, or that now jumps out at you to say, wait a minute, you told me this, but maybe that's not true.
I mean, not really. I still, like, I took everything you said to me at face value. I try to do that for everybody. I mean, unless you guys know something I don't know. But that's, like, the truth that I've been given. So that's, like, what I know, you know? And I don't want to go back and, like, second guess, like, all of that, because to me, it seemed real. It still does. This whole situation doesn't seem real, but at the time, it was just like, I'm separating from her. This is what's going on, you know. And it seemed like he was pretty proactive about, you know, like trying to get a new spot and like trying to get everything set up. And all about that, you know. Like I remember we were talking about it. I was like, because I was like, are you gonna get a 2-bedroom or a 3-bedroom? And he's like, I want a 2. I'm like, well, I should get a 3, and I need 20 girls to have a room. And he's like, I can't afford that. And I was like, all right. And then he was like, I'm gonna do a 2-bedroom. And then I remember telling him like, oh, me and my sister have bunk beds when we were little kids. It's kind of cool. They might like it. And he was just like, all right, you know. So I was like, kind of helping him with that. I was like, we'll go find something that'll be good and help you guys out. And then I was like, I mean, I just, like, I really tried to, like, handle that whole relationship in the most, like, decent manner that I could, I guess you would say, so.
Did he ever talk to you about who his closest friends were, or confidants, like that question was?
I mean, I know he has a few. His buddy Mark out in San Diego is a good friend of him, and...
Do you know his last name? No, just Mark in San Diego.
It's just, I don't ask, I have no reason to. And then his buddy Nick, that I know lives somewhere over by me, and she gets hilarious. People.
There's a lot of people working on it.
I'm sure there is.
So I don't know if you guys heard that part because it's kind of staticky, but she just said that, and then there's a buddy Nick that I know lives somewhere over by me. I just think it's interesting how she knows about where Nick lives and stuff. That's Nick and Amanda, by the way, you guys.
Yeah, I don't know. That's about it. I mean, I'm sure he's offhandedly mentioned other people, but nothing like sparks the memory.
Just as far as you know, those are the names.
I would say that those are probably like his two closest buddies.
Did he have a lot of friends? Male and female?
I think so. I think there was like a lot of like couples that his wife hung out with. I think so. I was going to like birthday parties and stuff with his kids, so I assume that's how that
he an outgoing guy or social or?
I would consider him to be an introvert. I think around me, he opened up a little bit more. I think he just felt he didn't like, it's kind of like a free relationship, but probably because there's no like strings attached. I don't know, like I'm not going to judge him, or I don't know if it was because I was like his little secret, but he felt like he could trust me with stuff. But I think he was like pretty open with me usually, but I would consider him an introvert.
And then how about hobbies or interests? Anything in cars? Is that it?
In the gym, cars.
Did the fitness thing, would you consider that to be anything out of the ordinary? You know, some people, they're not in shape, they start to get in shape and some session.
No, I don't think
Or
he
just
was
a healthy.
No, that's exactly what it was. I did not mean to cut you off. No, it was healthy. I think he was in a good spot, and he was working out probably, I don't know, 5 days a week or so, and I knew he ate pretty healthy, and I think he was happy with his fitness level. I wouldn't consider anything like overly by any means. Like most people I know who go to the gym live clean eating and work out 4 or 5 days a week, pretty much like he was, so nothing strange to me.
So right there, I don't know if you guys can hear that really good, but I'm going to read it to you guys what she said. So this is her first interview, right? And I'm sure most of you have heard all of her interviews. In this one right here, she's saying that, you know, Chris's fitness level is pretty good. He's at a good level with it. It's nothing that's over excessive. He eats pretty clean and works out. It's basically how people are in the gym, the way Chris is. So it's nothing that she would take into notice of being too extreme. So then fast forward, why does she go on and on and on and try to blame Thrive? I don't know. That's just something I want to point out.
What about finances? Did you ever mention any kind of financial difficulty?
A little bit.
Was that, the strain of a marriage or spending too much money or credit card debt or what? What do you think that?
He just said when they sold the house, he said, this is when he first started talking about putting the house up for sale. I was like, you want to do another house right away? I was like, look, the Colorado market's pretty high. It was just like, it's like, I think I'm going to move into an apartment and save up some money. I was like, don't you like have money in the house? Like, I'm going to pay out some debt, and then I'm going to save some money.
Did he tell you that he sold the house?
No, he told me that the realtor was supposed to come over, and they had a meeting with the realtor, and the house was supposed to go up on Monday. Something to the effect of the house was pretty much supposed to go up for sale.
This past Monday?
So this,
He specifically said the house would go for sale Monday?
he said it was supposed to. Or I don't know if it was that it was going up for sale or that he was talking to the realtor, but either way, I don't remember exactly what it was. It was something effective like everything was about to like start on Monday with their whole transition. Yeah, and he said that she was the one who found the realtor.
Was there anything else that he said that was significant about Monday? You know, was he going to move out? Was she going to move out?
No, nothing like that. Nothing like that at all. It was just like we were going to sell the house. And he said that they were both looking for spots. And I was like, well, where's she going to stay? And he's like, you know, because I wanted him to be in close proximity to her.
She's asking him where she's going to stay because she wants to make sure she's nowhere near Chris. I don't believe she was asking Chris, where is she going to stay? Because she should be close to you and the kids. You know, she was like, she better not be all next to you. She better be like 3 cities down. She didn't want her near Chris at all.
They split so that he was always like a quick drive to the kids. You know, I remember when I was young, my dad and my mom lived really far apart, and like I still saw them both frequently, but it was just like kind of a long drive for everybody. And I think just being that close proximity, it's like it's just good. It's healthy for your kids. And so
I wonder if her parents had a bad breakup. Right here, she's saying, you know, she tries to make it seem like the split her parents went through wasn't bad, but then she'll make comments like the drive is long for everybody. Or in her other interview, she says something like, you know, she didn't get to see them both on a regular, but it's okay because then you have 2 Christmases and, you know, 2 birthdays or whatever. So I do wonder, how was NK's childhood like? Was her dad around for her? I don't know. I just wonder what it was like.
I remember asking him, like, do you know where she's going to stay? And he's like, probably somewhere around this area. And he didn't give me anything exact. And then I asked him again, like, recently, because he started getting more serious about kind of how to play. And he was like,
Donna, I agree.
think she's just going to stay in Frederick. And I was like, all right, you know. And then, like, one time, that first time when I was
Hey,
like,
Amber.
do you know where she's going to stay? And he's like, she's probably going to stay around here. And I'm like, is she going to stay in this house? He's like, she can't afford this house by herself. I was like, all right. And that was the first time he told me, like, yeah, we're going to put it up for sale. Like, once they could do that.
Did he tell you what she does for a living? How she earns money?
Kind of, sort of. I know she, like, works for some company that does, like, a lot of online stuff, and it's, like, fitness stuff or vitamin stuff. But I don't completely know exactly what that is, but I know she has to, like, network with a lot of people on social media to do it. So I'm not 100% sure what you would call that, which I guess she's like a sales rep, sort of, to be what it is called. But that's what she goes for.
Gotcha.
You know, NK knew exactly the company Shanann worked for. She knew the name. And here she's acting like, I'm not sure what company she works for. I know she like works for some company that does like a lot of online stuff, and it's like fitness stuff and vitamin stuff, but I don't completely know exactly what that is, but I know she has to like network with a lot of people on social media. So I'm not 100% sure what you would call that, which I guess she's like a sales rep, kind of, sort of. I think it's what it's called. It's like, come on, you know what the F she was doing.
Did you ever see him with any weapons? Ever carry a knife or a gun? Ever talk about weapons?
Hey, Rachel.
No. And in fact, we even, like, so we talk about, like, current events, like, a big thing in my life. I talk about current events with all of my friends. And I asked him one day, I said, if you want, I will send you articles. Like, I'll read the news, and every, like, once a week or so, I'll find an article that I think is interesting. It's about all sorts of big stuff. And I'll send it to one of my friends, and I'll be like, what do you think? And we'll have, like, debates and discussions about it. And I remember there was one on a shooting that I sent him. And I was like, what do you think? He even told me, he was like, I don't own guns. That's my house. He's like, I think it's crazy. We work in the oil industry, and a lot of, like, they're very red people, and they love them. He was just talking to me about it. He was like, I don't understand why some of these people insist on having, like, and I know he's referring to, like, the group that we, like, work around, not necessarily our coworkers, but just, like, oil field people. He's like, I don't know why they insist on having, like, 10 weapons. He's like, why don't you possibly need that many guns? It doesn't even make sense to me. He's like, it's not necessary. And then he's just like, I don't keep guns in the house. Because my kids. That was a big one. So that actually did come up once, but it was, like, completely because we were having a discussion about.
Okay, so I'm going to have to reread that whole part to you guys, because this is something that I know me and Amber have talked about. And this is something that's always bugged me, what she says. And there's a part where I don't even understand what this means. So you guys are going to help me understand it. So they ask NK, did you ever see him with any weapons? Ever carry a knife or a gun or talk about weapons? And she says, no. And in fact, we even like, so, and just so you guys know, when I read, it's so hard for me to read this because she says like so freaking much. But she says no. And in fact, we even like, so we talked about like current events. Like it's a big thing in my life. I talk about current events with all my friends. I bet you do. I asked him one day, I was like, if you want, I will send you articles, like I'll read the news. And every like once a week or so, find an article that I think is interesting. It's about all sorts of different stuff. And I'll send it to one of my friends and I'll be like, what do you think about that? And we'll have debates and discussions about it. And I remember there was one shooting that I sent him and I was like, what do you think? He told me, he's like, I don't own guns. Like, I think we work in the oil industry and a lot of like, they're very red, and they love their guns. Now, my question for you guys is, what does it mean when she says they're very red, red, red? I don't know what that means. Does anybody know what that means? Republican? Okay. Is that what that means? I didn't know what that meant. I'm like, what does that mean, Republican? Okay. Thank you guys. Hey, Ara. How are you, love? Hey, Steve, Tiff. Hello to everyone coming in. Lana, hello, hello, hello. Okay. I didn't know what that meant the first time. I'm like, what does that mean? Okay. So let me continue. So she's saying, and they love their guns. He was just talking about, like, I understand why some of these people insist on that. And I know he's referring to like the group that we like work around, not necessarily a coworker for just like oil filled people. It's like, I don't know why they insist on having like 10 weapons. He's like, why would you possibly have any guns? It doesn't even make sense to me. It's like, it's not necessary. And then he's just like, I don't keep guns in my house. So that actually did come up once, but it was like really because we were having a discussion about current events. And the reason I want to point this out to you guys is because, you know, I feel like she gives information that she thinks is going to come back like against her. Meaning, what if they recover a text message? What if someone comes forward and say, hey, she said this? So I think she says things so just to save her own ass in a way. And when I look at this, I see is, you know, co-workers in the oil field have lots of guns. That Chris tells her that he has no guns and doesn't keep guns in the house. And I just wonder, I mean, this is just me speculating right here, you guys. Was she asking, hey, do you have guns in the home? You know, let's just play devil's advocate here. If herself or somebody else was planning on being in that home, maybe possibly making it seem, I don't know, like a break-in or something. I think a question you would want to know is, do you keep guns in that house? So I don't know. For me, this whole conversation she had with Chris, I'm really wondering if she was just trying to find out, did they have guns in that home for whatever reasons? I don't believe it was about her talking current events, and each week she would call, you know, send him an article about it.
Do you know if he was ever in the military?
Not that I know of.
And do you know where he's originally from?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. You ever talk about that?
Yeah.
Upbringing and you know how that was. Anything significant that you remember about that? Any traumatic, anything?
Not really.
Nothing that jumps out.
I mean, mom and dad were still married, and he was really close with his dad. His dad's really into farms too. So I said that they really relate on that.
Hey, chicken lady.
There wasn't a lot of opportunity in North Carolina, like for good jobs or anything around where he was at. That's what like some friends moved out here, and him and her came and visited them, and they just really liked it. Thought there was a lot better jobs.
You know, something else I find interesting is that as we go through all of her interviews, there's one thing you're going to notice. She knows a lot. I mean, a lot about Chris Watts and his life, his upbringing, his childhood, his friends, even the finances. Shanann's routine in the morning with the girls, Chris's routine in the morning with the girls. And some can say that, well, because Shanann posted her whole life on there. I agree, but there's certain things I feel like she just knows so much, and allegedly in such a short little time frame. But then Chris knows. What does Chris really know about her? What does anybody really know about her? Nothing.
Good relationship with his family back in
Yeah, definitely. But I know he's got a sister, and she's got 2 kids.
Oh my gosh, she even knows about Jamie and her 2 kids. I mean, come on. She knows everything.
Is his sister in North Carolina?
And so, as far as I know, because then I went to go visit them recently, and he got a stamp first. I don't know if she was up visiting or if she was, but I think she did.
Okay, guys. And I apologize if I'm going so fast. It's so hard to even keep up with you guys in the chat because, like I said, StreamYard, it's so slow. It shows me things like 2 minutes after I've said it. So don't think I'm ignoring anyone in chat or anything like that. But right here, the detective asked her, is the sister in North Carolina? And she says, I think so, as far as I know, because I remember once he got a phone call because I don't know. And then she mumbles, and I don't know if she was out with him and then that's it. So if Chris was out with Jamie, we know that must have been when Chris was in North Carolina. So right here, is she just admitting that she talked to Chris when Jamie was right there next to him? I think she did. Because again, it says when he asked her, does Jamie live in North Carolina? And she's like, I think so, as far as I know, because I remember once, and then she says something, but you can't understand because it just says mumble right here on the transcript. And he got a phone call because I don't know. And then again, she mumbles. And I don't know if she was out with him and then it just says mumbles again. So I think Chris did talk to NK with Jamie there. And I personally have always thought that Jamie possibly talked to her. I also think Ronnie was right there too. Donna, exactly. Hold on, I'm just looking at your guys' comments. Considering she says she didn't know him long and they had sex, I see the comment just disappears. And they had sex 5 times a day. She knows too much information. Everyone. Exactly. And I don't know about you guys, but I mean, she's at work until 3:45. Chris would go over there, I believe, a little bit, not till the evening time. So, I mean, where is this 5 times a day happening? I mean, are they doing it at work? I mean, and if you were having sex 5 times a day, every day, ladies, I'm sorry. Your little area down there would be hurting. It would be all ugly. Hey, Dilana. I don't know if I've seen you. I'm doing good. How have you been, love? How have you been? Right, Sky? Wouldn't that? I mean, come on, let's be real, ladies. Like 5 times a day, every single day. I mean, oh my God. Who does that? Debbie, hey Debbie, you're in the house. Hello. I don't know. 5 times a day. I don't think they were doing it 5 times a day. I mean, you don't even have enough. I mean, how can that be? You're at, I mean, unless they were doing it at work. I mean, maybe, a quickie on their lunch break, maybe, but then Chris is not even around her. Of course, Delana, I'm so glad you're here. But 5 times a day, I'm like, yeah, that would be, Andy said 5 times a day if you include oh my, Tiff, okay, Tiff. Tiff said Chris must finish fast. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see. John says one would have, I see these comments go away so quick. One would have to go to the gym at 5:15 a.m. 7 days a week to keep up. I don't know if you're talking about Chris or something else. I don't know. I just think it's funny that it's 5 times a day. I don't know about you guys, but Amanda, 5 times a day, girl, you are lying if you're saying 5 times a day every single day. I mean, your vagina would be like so bad, so beat. If I'm gonna be real. Oh my God. I know. Debbie makes a good point. Chris never got there to the evening. Remember? Because he said he would come home after work. So I don't know. And then how does she know all this information? Are they talking during when they're having sex? Like, hey, what's your sister's name? Oh, she has 2 kids. Oh yeah, right there, right there. You know, come on. Hey, Amelia, you're here. Hey, girl, I mailed that out today, just so you know. Lana, ouch. I agree. What did Florida say? Hold on, let me see what Florida said. If they were having sex 5 times per day, he would be shooting blanks. I mean, I'm sure she was on. I mean, I'm gonna assume she was on something. I would hope she was on something. Oh gosh. Oh my god, some of you guys' comments. Hey Sam 50%, what's up? I didn't know when you came in, but hello, hello, hello. Okay, I'm gonna hit play now. I had to see some of your guys' comments. I don't know. I don't believe the 5 times a day. I'm sorry. I don't believe it. That's just, I don't even understand that much. Okay. If she would have said 3 times a day, I'd be like, okay, that's possible. But 5 times a day in a work day, like how? I agree, Desiree. Where's your comment? Wait a minute. I just seen a name I need to say hello to. Dorothy. Hello, beautiful. How are you? Let's see. SW told her friends they were having sex 4 times a day before she went to NC. I think it was because NK got him very, very excited. I was wondering about that too, Dorothy. You make a really good point right there because we know Shanann did say that her and Chris were, doing it like jackrabbits, even in, I think once in the pantry, like they couldn't get enough of each other. And I wonder that too. Was Chris thinking, hey girl, hey. Was Chris thinking of NK? Because we know he was talking to her by then. So I mean, that just makes me so sick to my stomach as a woman. Ugh. No, Leonard, no sex talk. No. Hey Leonard. Hi, Patty. Amber, come on. What's your intake on it? 5 times a day? Come on. I mean, that's just, no. But I'm just thinking of that comment now. Like, I think he was thinking of her when he was being with Shanann, and he was so worked up probably, and probably couldn't. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. I'm going to hit play.
Did you talk about going back to North Carolina recently?
Oh, I know he went. He's come back.
Okay. So did you know who he went with?
He went by himself and met her out there. I know she was already out there.
I don't know if you guys notice her tone when she has to talk about Shanann. She seems so irritated by it that she has to even answer a question related to Shanann. Philip is asking her, the FBI agent's asking her, so did you know who he went with? And she's like, he went by himself and met her out there. I know she was already out there. Like, it just seems like it bothered her to even have to mention Shanann.
Is there anything else you can think
Florida.
of that you think might be pertinent? I might be, looking into this?
Not really. I mean, I told Dave. Dave, I told Dave, I think this is information. I don't know if it can help you solve anything, but it's I was a big part of his life recently, so I just figured that you guys should be aware of it. Definitely, and I will cooperate with you on anything that you can. And so I asked him yesterday. So yeah, we can add this in there. Asked him yesterday to kind of give me some space because I'm getting to the point with this situation where I am very concerned for his wife and children, and this whole situation is very unhappy for me as it is, I'm sure, for everybody else who's involved with this situation. And after finding out oh yeah, I've also got this child on the way with her, and just wasn't very honest with me, I told him please give me time to heal, and please give me time to process this. And he's like, are we done? Are we done? And I told him, I said, no, we're not. Yes, we are, but he doesn't need to know that. I just told him that because I was just like trying to find a way to like distance myself from him without alerting him that I'm really uncomfortable with everything that's going on right now. I told him numerous times yesterday that I was scared. And, I told him that I was scared not because of, for my own safety, but I told him, scared because I don't know where she's at. I'm scared because, I'm scared for them. And then I told him, the fact that you weren't honest with me, I don't feel like I know you as well as I did. And that, that's uncomfortable for me too. This whole situation is just, it's scary. It's not good. So, I just asked him if he could give me some space. And then I told him, I was like, when you find your family and they're all right, I was like, then you can go ahead and text me. I was like, until then, I don't really think it's a good idea for me to talk to you. And that's as far as I've got. But I can tell you right now, if I were to text him and just say whatever I needed to say, So I don't know. And I even asked him a few times yesterday. It's like, what happened? Where's your family? It's like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know.
So she's just saying right now, again, that she asked him yesterday, which would have been the Tuesday. So again, they did talk on Tuesday throughout the day. She even says that there was just the phone call that was only in the morning hours. But she did text message him all throughout the day. And right here, she's saying she was just asking him, what happened? Where's your family? I don't know. It's I don't know, he's saying. She's saying right here she wasn't scared for herself. She's going to change that in a little bit. And she's going to say she was scared for herself. Exactly, Sam, 50%.
He doesn't know.
Exactly.
Do you believe that?
I mean, I think
you make a good point, and I don't mean to stop it, but scared for him, she already knew everything. And here's the other thing too, when she says she went to the house the second time, and she's, was like, oh, she's seen the photos of Shanann, and that's what made her realize oh, what am I doing? You should be, try to make it work. That's another lie. She's already seen the photos of Shanann on his phone and the girl. She's already been in the house once prior to that. Her stories, just none of them are true. I'm sorry, none of them are true.
About this situation, and honestly, I've never seen him be anything but gentle. And I see the way that he gets so happy when he talks about his kids. And I just, and the fact that he was never ill-mannered, even when things were stressing her, and the fact that they were separating. I always considered him to be a really decent man. So the fact that they're still missing, I don't really think he would harm them. I don't. And I think that's also a reason that it took me 2 days to come to you guys. It's I think she left. And that's still in the back of my head is a thought where it's maybe she took off. Maybe she did. He said, obviously your financial situation wasn't that great. I'm well, maybe she just left because she didn't want to deal with it. If we're over, you can deal with it. I don't know. I've had so many different scenarios running through my head, but I don't.
And he didn't indicate to you that she was going to leave. Did he ever say to you, Monday, she's going to be leaving, she's going to be going somewhere?
He told me they had a conversation in the morning. And he told me that she came home really late, I think that night. And he told me that when he woke up, he was sleeping when she got back. And when he woke up, there was a text message from her that said, I don't know if it was a text, I don't know. But she just said she asked him to wake her up before he went to work.
And this is something I've always wondered about this text message that allegedly Shanann sent Chris saying, wake me up. I wonder if law enforcement ever found that text message from Shanann. We know Shanann didn't delete anything off her phone. So it would have been deleted from Chris's phone because we know he deleted everything. But I do wonder if law enforcement ever found a text message from Shanann saying, wake me up when you get up for work. Or was this just a lie? Another lie.
And I guess he went to wake her up, and she informed him that the child that she was carrying did not belong to him.
Debbie, how did she know she got home really late? I know exactly. How does she know any of these things?
And I asked him if he believed that, and he said, no, I think she's just saying that out of spite. So I don't know if he's telling me that because he's trying to, like, somehow make me feel better that maybe it's not his kid because he lied to me, or if that, like, legitimately happened. I don't know. But he told me that, and then I guess he said that she was going to, like, go to some friend's house or something, and I guess he tried to ask her about it a few times and wasn't really getting anything from her, so I think he left. But I don't think it was planned not to be staged for 3 or 4 days. I think it was like he's going to do it today. I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Did he say if that discussion they had in the morning, if that was contentious, if there was anything said, threatening or anything that was, significant in that conversation?
Not really, but I mean, I'm sure finding out that the child that your wife is carrying isn't yours is probably painful, but he didn't.
Hold on, I gotta read you guys this. Yeah, and I agree with Amber about that ping. Where is it? I want to highlight it. I do agree with her on that ping. We don't know what that ping means. But did you guys listen to what she says right here? So Philip is asking her, did he say in that discussion they had in the morning what it was about? Is there anything of any type of, was there any threats, or was he threatening, or did he bring any of that up? Does anything come to your mind? He asks. And she says, not really. But I mean, I'm sure finding out that the child that your wife is carrying isn't yours, probably painful, but no. He didn't express anything about they were arguing as. And I just can't believe the stuff that comes out of her mouth. I mean, I'm trying not to be judgmental, but how dare her even say this kind of comment right here? Finding out that the child your wife is carrying isn't yours, probably painful for Chris.
They were arguing. As far as I know, they didn't even really argue that much in the first place. They just had different opinions on how to do stuff. It just wasn't anything in the marriage. They just sounded like, oh, I fight with my wife all the time. Like, that was never, ever brought up at any point.
Do you think he had any reason to believe that the child wasn't his? I mean, is there a possibility that she was seeing somebody?
I mean, maybe she's at home all day, right? It would probably be pretty easy for her to have an affair.
Are you fucking... Wait a minute. If you guys can see my face, did she just say that right now? Wow. I mean, maybe she's at home all day, right? It would probably be pretty easy for her to have an affair. This is coming from the mistress's mouth. Are you effing kidding me? Chris is the one who is having an affair, not Shanann. And you're the mistress. Like, I can't believe this.
I don't know.
Nothing that he ever mentioned.
Prior to that? No.
He never said, I think she's having an affair, or she's spending too much time with so-and-so.
No, not at all. I don't even think he would notice. I mean, realistically, it's like, no one else knew about us. And she's home all day, so that frees up, that much more time. So, no.
What
but I mean, he could have been unaware. But I mean, he even said, I think she said it out of spite. I don't even think he picked up.
Did you guys just hear what she said? What the? She said, detective asked her, never said, she's having an affair or spending too much time with so-and-so. And she said, check this out, what she said. No, not at all. I don't even think he would notice. I mean, realistically, it's like she didn't notice anything about us, and she's home all day. What the fuck? What the fuck? What do you mean she didn't? Dude, I'm tripping. Realistically, it's like she didn't even notice anything about us, and she's home all day. How is that possible when your guys' affair was going on and she was in North Carolina? I tell you guys, this affair was going on way before Shanann went to North Carolina. Poor thing. She didn't even know Chris was having this goddamn affair before. I mean, realistically, it's like she didn't notice anything about us and she's home all day. Wow. Wow. I wish the FBI would have known like Shanann was gone for 5 weeks at that time. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why these questions weren't asked. Like, wait a minute, what do you mean? I thought the affair started when she wasn't home. So how would she notice if she wasn't home? She was home for 1 week. 1 week. And she seen Chris Wednesday and that Saturday, which Shanann was gone. So again, realistically, it's like she didn't notice anything about us and she was home all day. This chick was having an affair with Chris way longer than that 5 weeks. Oh, but people are like, Chris is not like that. Oh my God.
Whole situation seriously. And then he did admit to you that it was his child. He believed it was his child.
Later, because I kept asking him, I'm like, he's like, it's not mine. And I was like, how are you going to tell me that she just told you that
You know what? Now that I'm thinking now again, good night, Florida. You know, when we listened to Lauren's interview, Lauren also said that, and that's Shanann's friend who came over once a month, I think. I think it was at least once a month for the past 4 years. I think she said she was over there at Shanann's house either for football or for something related to Thrive or something, you know, just to go over there for dinner or something like that. And she said that the past 6 months prior to the murder, she noticed a change in Chris. Now, that's just another sign right there that Chris was seeing NK prior to her working at Anadarko. And this comment that she just made just ties it in for me even more that they were having, I think they were meeting at the park. I really, really do. And their first outing, like she says, was, you know, when they went to, they were going to go watch a movie. But prior to that, they were always at the park. And I think when Chris was going to go for his runs and he would tell Shanann, I'm going to go for a run, he was going and meeting up with the mistress at the park. And it's funny because when I was reading Nick Dare's interview, he said that Chris got into running around the fall time in 2017. And he would go for runs all the time, every weekend. And I just think it's perfect. It just seems like the timing just fits for me. I think him and NK were seeing each other at the park. Shit, I think they met at the park, honestly. I think he was there. She was there. She's into fitness. And if she's seen a patch on his arm, I'm into fitness. If I see somebody that's in good shape or working out or doing something that catches my attention, I'm like, Usually people in the fitness industry, we're really talkative. We're not nervous to go up to somebody and ask questions like, hey, what is that pre-workout you're drinking? Or what is that patch for? Or we're not scared to do that. So I can see that being a conversation starter for NK to Chris. I don't know. That's just something I've always felt. I'm still tripping over her saying, like realistically, it's like she didn't notice anything about us and she was home all day. I just can't believe she said that shit. Like, wow. Fucking wow. Amanda, I swear we think, I think that she did. I know me and you have talked about this, and I do want to go through Nick's interview with you guys because honestly, I think that's one interview that I kind of just I brushed through, and it wasn't till last night that I really started going over it again, and I was like hitting up Amanda like, hey, my red flags were just going nuts. Also, Shanann knew Chris was going on these events, these getaways, for the sand dunes. She knew about it. She knew about the car museum. Who was he saying he was going with? He had to be telling her he's going with someone. He's not going to say I'm going by myself. Chris is not the type to go anywhere by himself. I think we can all agree on that. So there is a friend he was saying he was going with. And I'm just wondering, could it have been Nick? But then I'm like, wouldn't she call Amanda? I don't know.
she's having an affair?
Hey, Larry.
You tell me you don't believe that she's really having an affair, but that's at the front door. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. And not one.
That's the dog in the background, you guys.
I thanked him for telling me the truth. I didn't want him to feel something there on all this, but I just wanted to take a step back. Like, look at this situation without like any like emotion, like positive emotion that I have attached to him, and like at the end of the day, there's a mother and 2 children, 1 on the way, so like 2 and a half. That can't be found right now, and like I don't care about anything that's going on with me and him. I don't care about anything that's going on with the media. I don't care about any of that. Like all I care about is helping these guys be fine.
I don't know why, but it bugs me. I don't know how you guys feel. It bugs me when she talks about Shanann being pregnant, 2.5 kids. Like, I don't know. It bugs me. It really does. Leave the gym alone. She brings up the media from the very beginning, Robin. Hello, Robin. I don't know if I said hi to you. She brings the media up in the first park interview that I played, we did last week. She says that right, well, if you guys can keep my name out of the media, that would be great. And the way she says it is just like, oh my goodness. Like at this time too, you guys, I keep saying it. Shanann at this time, you know, she was just missing. Her and the girls were missing. And if you believe what NK's saying, she just thought she split for a few days. So a lot of things she's saying, it's just like, why are you saying all this right now if you don't know anything? Hi, Patricia.
Most of the stuff that I saw was like just a forum. It's like a short excerpt. And then,
hey, Deco Painter. Larry, I agree.
And they were interviewing him.
Yeah. Is that the guy you know? Is that truthful? See, we don't know him, but obviously you do. So when you see somebody.
That's her dog whimpering. Poor thing.
Does that strike you anyway?
I mean, he's kind of got an introverted personality type, so like he's kind of like laid back. Anyway, I feel like he's like in shock with all of this. Like, just, I told you the night that I talked to him on the phone, like Monday night, like he was calm, but you could just hear it in his voice. It was just like sort of, like I could hear it.
Hey, Goomba.
Like his voice just sounded kind of similar like that. But it was like you're trying to like hold back the tears. And hold back, like, just bawling your eyes out on the phone or I don't know, just.
Do you think he's kind of an even keel type of guy?
You know, here's the thing, too. What she's saying, now I'm going to have to reread it to you guys because I'm not sure, but pretty much what she's saying is that Monday night, Chris was calm, but you could just hear in his voice that he was just like concerned. Like I could hear it. I think his voice just sounded a little bit different, kind of similar like that. I don't know what she means by that, but it was like it's like you're trying to like pull back tears kind of thing or hold back, like from just bawling your eyes out over the phone or how to handle things. So she's saying that it seemed like Chris just wanted to bawl his eyes out. And I just think that's just interesting because not once have we ever seen really Chris bawl his eyes out. I mean, he's so concerned when they asked if it was okay for his coworkers to go to the site. That's the first time I ever think I seen Chris really like show any emotion. And that's just because I think he just didn't want his coworkers to know what a horrible monster he was. You know, they seen him as this cool guy. But I don't believe that he was ever going to really cry his eyes out.
Way mild manner. Ways. So
Hi, Hazel.
Not highs and lows. He's not one of these people who gets upset quickly or gets depressed quickly. You know,
No. I mean, he has moments of like happiness. I mean, of course, I see him when he's like happy.
Exactly, Sam. 50%. No emotions.
In general, I think he's.
I mean, he was eating pizza.
And again, this is just anything you want to say or anything you think. What do you think happened? Do you have any theories? Do you have any thoughts of what might have happened?
I don't know how much stuff is going into my.
I know.
I hate it. I don't even like theorizing. I'm like, I don't I don't know. I really hope. What do I really think? I'm hoping that they have a lot more depth than he let on to, and I'm hoping she can deal with it, and she wants to legitimately start a new life. And I'm hoping she just back.
So right there, she's saying that she doesn't want to like, theorize what happened. But she's saying, I really hope, what do I really think? I'm hoping that they have a lot more debt than he led me to believe. And I'm hoping she didn't want to deal with it and she wanted to start a new life and she just left all that shit. That's what I'm hoping. So I wonder, was that possibly going to be the story they were going to put out there? That she just split all that, left her life behind, no questions, nothing, because of the debt. She just started over and like kind of like vanished. Joan, thank you,
Is there
love.
anything you like that?
Exactly. What does that even mean?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's one of these things too. Is a lot of times what happens is after you have an interview like this, you might start thinking, he asked me this question.
Or were her and Chris planning on just starting a new life? Was the crime going to happen? And there's different theories out there, but was the crime going to happen? And were her and Chris just going to vanish together, just split? I mean, she was ordering paint for her truck prior to the murders. It's like she's deleting her LinkedIn and stuff. Chris, I mean, I don't know. It's just something I was thinking about.
And I just thought of something. Feel free to give a call because usually people will think of
Hi,
something
Betty.
that, spending less than an hour at the park. You might think, what,
Hey, Dave.
I remember he said this, or I remember this happened, in early August. If any of that comes to your mind, just reach out to your call, and we appreciate any insight. We don't know what happened. We don't know. I mean, this could be a wide range of things at this point. Obviously, our job is to figure out what happened, and that's what we're going to do.
She said in the other live I did, she said that she deleted her LinkedIn. Right? What did she say? A few days prior. That's what she said. She doesn't give an exact date, but she just says a few days prior. So I'm guessing a few days prior from the 15th, because that's when that interview took place. So why did she do that? I mean, was it after the 13th? Was it before the 13th? It's just kind of weird that she's deleting her LinkedIn. If it was before the 13th, it's really questionable why. It just shows me that she knew something was going to happen. And if she deleted after, she was just, again, it could have just been an easy explanation as, she's just trying to delete anything of herself because she knew. See, here's the thing. If she didn't do anything wrong, I don't get why she's so has this, like, I don't want, like, the media, like, I don't know. I don't know. It's another thing that makes me just wonder, like, what the frick?
So, the quicker we can get there, though, if there's hope, right? There's always hope that they're okay, and we want to get them home safely, and it's possible. There's a range of possibilities. So our job is to try to resolve this as quickly as possible. There's a whole bunch of us working on this, and we will day and night until we resolve it. So, but in the meantime, you're in a unique position.
I know, it looks like
And also, Larry, you make a good point for this interview. Also, you guys, it's not in the Discovery. I'm not sure if it was when it first got pushed out the very, very first time. I'm not sure if it was included in that, but it's not in there now. The only thing you'll see in the Discovery that talks about this is one page, and it just, but there's no transcripts there. So I'm sure most of you know Dr. B. She has a Facebook group, and thank God she has the transcripts up there in the files, and she has it for us to share, download, go over it. So if you guys ever I'm going to put it in our group. But you guys, thank God Dr. B put it. And that's where I'm able to see exactly what she is saying. That's how I knew that her dad didn't show up with her, because in the transcript, it says her dad saying, "Hello, honey." And then you see him from the phone bill calling her exactly the time that this interview started. So that tells me, and you can hear keys rattling on. So that tells me that he didn't go with her, that he showed up there. So the transcripts, that's what I have here in front of me. And that's why I keep stopping and I'm reading things, and I'm going to have all my notes from it, because when you have the transcripts, when you listen to the audio, it's so bad. I think we can all agree it's really, really bad audio. Hey, Alexis, how are you? But when you have the transcripts, it's just different. You can actually see what is being said.
And the baby, that woman, like that whole situation, like that is, I'm here because of those three and her unborn, but I'm here for those three, but I'm also here because I am an idiot.
Sorry, I got to stop this and read it to you guys. She's saying right here that I know it's like that baby man, the baby's that woman, like that whole situation, like I'm here because of those three. And then she stops and she says, and her unborn, but I'm here for those three. I mean, she's holding back the resentment she feels. I think she is so angry that Shanann was pregnant. And it just makes me like think, damn, if she can't hold back the resentment right now when Shanann's missing, just imagine how much that hatred was for her when she was around.
I really want to help you guys.
Well, we appreciate that. I think it's obvious. I mean, we can sense, anybody can sense sitting here how that you do care.
Yeah.
And that, yeah, there's little girls involved, there's babies involved. And we all want to see them home safely. So again, and you already need to,
Larry, make a video.
In his life, that is in your shoes. So there are certain things that he might say to you that he wouldn't say to somebody else, or there might be something that you could find out about that nobody else could. So we'll have to see how that goes and see how the investigation progresses. So we may reach back out to you. But for now, just my main thing would be is if you hear from him and you think you should tell us about it, please call me. If you think of something else that happened, even if you think, you know what, it's really not that significant, but maybe I should have mentioned it, please call me and tell me. Because every little piece can help. One of the things that I'm not even sure that I asked you this, maybe I did, but is there any particular places that you guys ever went that stood out? Did he have a special place that he wanted to go with you, for a walk or to go, view the sights or anything like that?
Every place that we went was like my idea, and I think all of it was special to him because I really take time to go to places that he would like, but it was all
Hey,
stuff
Nikki.
that I think. Every night, dinner, like any place we went, like it was something that I picked. I was like, hey, I know you like this. What do you think? He was always all about it. But like going camping was my idea. We went out a couple other times. My idea, like all of it was my idea. All about it.
So you just wanted to spend time?
Yes. I don't think he cared where it was at.
Okay. Well,
So she's just pretty much saying that Chris never had a say-so in anything that they ever did. And that's exactly the same relationship Shanann had. Shanann had to take care of everything. I bet you Shanann picked where they were going to go eat, what they were going to do that weekend, where they were going to. I bet you Shanann had to do everything. And I bet you after a while, I don't know about you guys, but that gets consuming to be in that type of a relationship when the other person they don't say anything. They don't give you any input. And right here, NK saying that she picked everything they did. Everything they went, she decided where they were going to go, where they were going to go eat, what they were going to do. She did everything and she planned everything. Like, okay.
something jumps out if you think about a camping trip or something, and something that was said and was somehow significant about that.
Exactly,
Feel free to give a call,
painter
let me know.
and team.
Because again, we just don't know. It's one of those things where somebody might actually, a neighbor, a coworker, somebody might have a piece of information that makes the difference in the case. So, and you may have that piece of information, you just don't know yet. Obviously, we're going to be interviewing everybody, family, friends, coworkers, right down the line. So, we got a lot of work to do, but we really appreciate you reaching out, and hopefully we'll get to the bottom of this quickly.
Where's he at?
Right now,
Did you guys just hear what she asked him? Okay, so I have this highlighted because I want to talk to you guys about this. So this interview happened at 5, what was it? It started at 5:37. This is on the 15th. We also know around 11, Chris was doing his interview with Tammy. And right here, she's asking the FBI, where is he at? Why would you ask the FBI that? Why would he know, first of all? I mean, did you know he was going to go take that polygraph? I don't know. I'm just thinking, if you knew he was going to take the polygraph, I mean, and if you were aware of what happened, I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to think this guy's going to fail the test, I would think, right? So is she thinking he's already been arrested, because he took the poly and she knew he was guilty? She knew what went down. I just think it's weird she asked the FBI agent at this time, where is he at? Yeah, I don't know. I think she did make him. That's something I wonder. Ronnie also knew Chris was going to take the poly, right? I don't understand why. I mean, but Ronnie's an older man, though, I guess. But I don't know. Why would she even want him to take the poly? That's another thing I go back with. Why would she want him to take the polygraph? If she knew what was happening, she knows he's going to fail. Why wouldn't she be like, don't do it, don't do it? I mean, she could have been saying that. We don't know. And he was like, no, I got to do it, or else it's going to make me look guilty. So maybe I'm speculating here. Is this where it was like, okay, well, I'm going to be gone for a few, don't call me, that's when she started saving her own ass. I don't know. I just think it's weird that she asked the FBI agent, where is Chris?
I don't know. I know that he's been interviewed in Frederick by the police there, and he's probably going to be interviewed again, maybe multiple times, and family members as well. I think that he had some friends he was going to stay with. They wanted to, we wanted to look at the house. I don't even know if he's gone back to the house or if he's with friends. I honestly don't know. But he may reach out to you. I mean, it's one of these things in a situation like this, you tend to reach out to the people who are closest to you, and want to talk about things.
And what am I supposed to do if he does that?
If he does call you, obviously we would like to know anything and everything that he says, because again, he may tell you something that he's not telling us. And also, even something that may seem obvious to you, if he told us something opposite, it's important. So if he said, I'm staying at Joe's house, and he tells you he's staying at Chris's house or Bob's house or wherever, and that's not true, well, then that could be significant. If he tells you that he went someplace and he didn't go there, that could be significant. So even though if you do have contact with him and you think it's just a normal conversation, there could be something that's significant about that. Not yet.
So I don't know if you guys just heard her mumble. So right there, she mumbled in the transcript as Nichol tells the FBI agent right here, do you want me to record our phone calls? And he says, no, not yet, not yet. That's one of those things. And then NK says, I don't really want to do that right now. Wow, you don't want to do it right now? Why not? Because you have to call and talk to him and tell him, hey, this is going to be recorded. Watch what you say. I'm sorry. I just couldn't believe that. She says, do you want me to record him? But not right now. because I got to get a hold of him first and let him know this is going to be recorded. So watch what you say.
Not yet. That's one of those things. Right, and we're not going to ask you to do that at this point. I mean, we have a lot of investigative avenues. We have a lot of things that we can do. I know this is difficult for you, and I don't want to make anything more stressful than it already is. So right now, I would just say sit tight. The most valuable thing you is just think of anything else that might be useful and let us know. And then if he contacts
I agree,
you,
Dorothy.
I would say it's okay to hear what he has to say. And if you can let us know what that is, that could be very helpful. You know, one of these
She
things,
sure did.
If
Oh, poor dog. What is she doing to
if
him?
something happened that shouldn't have happened, then there's usually a mistake, right? There's usually something that's said or something that's done that comes out. So even things that may seem completely innocent may actually want to be.
You're getting a divorce. Are they separated? I'm just curious.
Well,
I just want to know now because it's like I've been living this whole thing and I'm like, was it a lie? I don't know. Like when I found out that she had a baby on the way, I was like, it made me like, wonder. I just don't know.
Well, so I can tell you this, Philip.
So again, what she's concerned about right now, you guys, Shanann's missing, who's pregnant with 2 small babies, right? 2 toddlers. This chick, what she's concerned about is he getting a divorce? I'm just curious. I mean, I can't. I really can't. This is, and I'm not even drinking, you guys, right now. I should have poured myself a drink for this one. She says, I just want to know now because, like, I've been living this whole thing, and I'm like, was it a lie? I'm so glad you brought Desiree over here, Larry. She is the sweetest. I just want to say before I hit play again, I did go back and look at all her comments from the last live. And I like when you guys interact with me. I like when you guys talk. And I like when you guys ask me questions or tell me your theories. We may not agree with the theories we have. You may think she's innocent and had nothing to do with it. Some of you may think she participated. Some of you may think she knows more. Maybe she helped after the fact with the cleanup. There's so many different theories out there. But I like that we can just discuss no matter what theory you go respectfully. And Desiree, she was in the chat last time and she was commenting so much. And I went back and I read and I was like, wow, I like this Desiree girl. She's awesome. She is so cool. I like Valerie. I like hearing other people's theories all the time. And that's probably why, there's certain channels I watch that I don't agree with the theory at all. I mean, at all. But I feel like I like to see why do they believe in this theory that they're going with. And I don't know, it just feels like, sometimes it's good not to have people always around you that just agree with everything you say, because how can you grow? You know what I mean? How can you even learn more about stuff? Do you think she might have gotten, what do you mean, Sam, 50%? I don't know if that comment was for me. Amber, Desiree is amazing. I was like, I like her so much. Hi, Tumbleweed. I don't think I said hi to you. Yeah, just Larry. Amber's always have. Hi, Shelly. Amber's always, we've been talking the case for a long time, and Amber's always she's always thought outside the box. I'll give her that. I've always been more like, I don't know. I'm always questioning it, and she knows it. But Amber for sure, she's always thought outside of that box. And she does some good research, you guys. Yeah, Amber is the best. I mean, hello, she's my mod. How do I say your name? A-R-A. Ara? Ara. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I don't have have a channel, but I support you guys 100. Thanks for letting me be around. You guys put up with my random stuff. Aw, thank you. Thank you. And you know what? You look like one of my good friends in the photo. I swear, when the first time I saw your photo on a different live, I thought you were my friend. And I was like, why do you have a fake name on there? And then I went and looked. I was like, oh, no, this is not her. But you look like one of my good friends. So thank you for that. Thank you. I don't know. I think it just keeps, having, as long as we can talk about it respectfully, you guys, then it's fine. And I never try to, just like I always tell you guys, I'm not here to convince you guys of anything. I'm just here to, share my research that I've been doing for 2.5 years. Me saying I've been around that long, I literally mean I've been researching the case. I haven't been following it. I've been researching it. And I've put in my dues, my hours, my time away from my family. Lord knows I've done that, especially when I first started the channel. It was pretty bad. But I just lost my train of thought. Sam 50%. I love your name. I like saying that name. And we have a new member. Let me see. Gypsy, welcome. I wish I can see from this end how it looks for the members, but I can't. It's like so weird. And you know who else does really good research before I hit play is Amanda. I have to give it to her. Amanda, she's really, really good, you guys. Like, I mean, good. I think NK was hiding something. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind she knew more. I mean, for people that just say she was just a mistress, you guys, I mean, come on. Like, come on. I think we can say Amber, what is it? Amber Fry. Am I saying her last name right? She was just the mistress. Okay. But when it comes to Nichol Kessinger, I'm sorry. And I'm not a woman who's been cheated on, or I'm jealous of her, or I hate her because she had an affair with a married man. I mean, I've been told so many things about why I have my theories. That has nothing to do with it, you guys. Unfortunately, she isn't the first woman to, have an affair with a married man, and she's not going to be the last. I mean, going through these interviews, how can anyone think she's just a mistress? I don't get that. Still to this day, in the Facebook groups, I see the comments over and over again. She's just a mistress. Leave her alone. And I'm like, I don't understand. Have you listened to her interviews? I don't understand it. And I try to put myself in her shoes and be like, okay, maybe she just didn't want these photos to get out. But again, she was looking at text messages, not photos. So she didn't want those text messages to get out.
I have not done it. I haven't even seen him other than him on the news. So I don't know specifics. We probably have 50
exactly,
people.
Larry.
Yes, is that accurate? Working on this right now. Okay, and it may want to be 100. So
the poor dog. What's she doing to that dog?
Doing different things. So I don't necessarily know what's going on with him.
I just want to say real quick, the dog keeps whining. He's probably like telling the FBI agent, save me from her, save me, take me home with you. Oh my God.
And our focus is just to check all the boxes as quick as possible so we can get all the facts. So I don't know. The honest answer is I don't know if he was really getting enforced, really going to separate.
Dorothy, welcome, Dorothy.
But we'll find out. We'll find out soon. And actually, a good point. I mean, do you have any other questions for us? Is there anything that you could
add? I'm so sad about the situation. I just want them to find all three of them, like, alive and happy and well and everything.
Here she goes again, dismissing Shanann's pregnant. She says, because he's asking her, do you have any other questions for us? Is there anything that you can think of, right? And she says, no, I'm so sad. I'm so sad about this situation. I just want them to find all three of them. She keeps leaving out that Shanann's pregnant. Thank you, Ara. Thank you. Let me see what you said. A person's dog will always mirror their owner. Their dog acting like she says a lot about NK Ritter. Really? It's funny because in this interview, I'm not even kidding you, the dog is whimpering the whole time. At first, when I was first listening to it, before I decided to go and do the live with you guys, the first one, I was like, what is that noise in the background? I couldn't. And then I realized it was the dog. And there's some parts where you hear it. I had to cut some of it out because there was no one talking at the time. But if you guys ever go back and listen to the full, because I have cut stuff out from this one, like some of the added noise that just no one's talking and you just hear a lot of static. You hear the dog whimpering, you hear a motorcycle. I removed that. I cut that out. But the whole time it was the dog in the background. And I had no clue it was the dog. I was like, my God, poor dog.
Everybody to go home.
Well, we greatly appreciate it. I would say thank you very much. Hang in there. I know this isn't easy. This is a difficult situation. So hang in there. If I hear anything, I will reach out to you. Okay? I don't know how quickly that's going to happen. In the meantime, again, feel free to reach out.
Hi, Caroline.
And if you feel like taking a phone call, you take a phone call. If it's a text message,
Hey, Mark.
you can do that. That's up to you. I'm not going to direct you at this time to do anything. But if it comes to that, where we think that might be helpful, then we'll reach back out.
Just me, I would say texting, because it's in writing and you don't have to get personal.
Welcome, Donna.
That's just me.
I mean, I asked if
Oh, okay. So now we have Dwayne voice coming in here. He just puts his 2 cents in there. I'm sorry, but okay. So we all know Dwayne's Nichol Kessinger's dad. And he just said, just me, I would say texting, because it's in writing and you don't have to get personal, but that's just me. Why didn't the FBI be like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I guess, I don't know. What do you guys think? She took her dad. I don't know. I mean, I get it, I don't know.
but leave me alone. He's pretty respectful of the things that I have to say to him, so I think it's pretty hard for him to have me not talking to him. So at some point, if he did try to talk to me, it wouldn't surprise me, but if he also respected what I had to say, continued to give me space, I think he would respect that too. I mean, I told him numerous times that day that I was scared, so I don't know. Like, I was concerned for your family, so I don't know how he interpreted that.
And you can tell NK knew she had Chris wrapped around her finger. She knew whatever she said he would do. Like right here, she's saying, I asked him to leave me alone. He's pretty respectful of the things that I have to say to him. So I think it's pretty hard for him to have me not talking to him. Like, I don't understand what's coming out of her mouth, you guys. Like, does she really, like, there's a pregnant woman and her 2 children missing. And you're over here saying that you think this is hard for Chris not to be talking to you. Like, who gives a fuck if he's not talking to you? Are you serious? We have a pregnant woman and her 2 small children right now missing. And you're over here saying that, that Chris will respect if you told him not to call you and all that stuff because he listens to what you say. And you think that's pretty hard for him because he's not talking to you. I mean, if her head could get any bigger, I'm sorry, guys. This is how I get when I'm not drinking and I'm listening to her interview. Oh my goodness. Hold on, I just seen. Let me scroll up. I hope you guys don't hear. Oh, Caroline, thank you, love. Happy to be here. Love your channel. Shout out to Amanda and Just Larry. Oh, thank you, Caroline, so much for that. I do appreciate you. And you did pick 2 people to shout out that are amazing, Larry and Amanda. Oh, I didn't even see you here, love. Me, Jamie. Hey, how are you? The mayor of Crazy Town. I'm going to need to pick, a mayor. We're going to have like a little community here with some titles. Put Duke's Colorado. Seriously. Her ego is extremely big. Hey, Caitlin, I didn't even say hi to you. I mean, I just don't understand why she's even talking about this right now. Like, I don't know. And she hasn't even cried or showed. I mean, you can't say that's a bad thing or anything, but I don't know. Everybody reacts differently. That's true.
But we'll see as the time goes on. But that's it for now. And again, we'll reach back out to you if need be. One thing actually I did want to ask you on the phone again, the text messages between you and those.
Yeah, that was yesterday. Like, as soon as I found out, and he was honest with me. Like, we talked a couple more times after that, and I was just like, I don't want you to contact me, and I just wiped him out.
If that's something that became necessary for us to try to retrieve, is that something that would be okay with you?
I'm sure we could work on my phone records, but I use that phone for work, so I'd appreciate it if I could, like, keep this. Is there another way for you guys to go about doing that, like, through the phone company or something?
So there's special software we can plug your phone into, and even if it's deleted, we can still retrieve the content. Content, rather.
Oh,
And then just
like she didn't fucking know that already. She just she already Googled it
You're not
all.
gonna, like, take it from me, though, right? Because I just need it for work.
Yeah, we don't need to like take the phone and then you don't get it back. I mean, there is a process about getting information from the phone, but we have people who do that, and it wouldn't be a big intrusion. But it just, and you think about this too, right? Because if you think,
So you guys catch all that? I just like when she says, "Oh." Oh, good. Like she's shocked. Oh my God. Because that's when they asked her if they can get those text messages between her and Chris. They're asking her right now. And that's when she says, yeah, that was yesterday. Like, as soon as I found out he wasn't honest with me, like, we talked a couple more times. So again, she's saying it again, how they talked Tuesday. After that, it was like, just like, I want you to contact me. I don't want you to contact me. And I just kind of wiped him out. But again, she kept his clothes washed, folded, and his love letters. And she also told him to delete the text messages from her, which I've never, ever had a bad breakup. I mean, I've had a bad breakup before. And I've never told the guy, delete those text messages, motherfucker, because I don't want you to read them ever again. Like, who does that? Seriously. And the detective said, is that something that became necessary for us? Like, if it became necessary for us to try to retrieve, is that something that would be okay with you? She says, I'm sure we could work on my phone records, but I use that phone for work. So I'd appreciate it if I could, like, keep this. Is there another way for you guys to go about getting that? And it's funny, she says her phone records. So is she talking like her phone bill? Like, is she okay with giving them her phone bill? You know, like, they're not talking about no goddamn phone bill, girls. Come on. Like, through the phone companies, she's saying? Fuck. Are you serious? She's saying, like, okay, like, she'll give them her phone bill. Like, they don't want your goddamn phone bill right now. They want to see those damn text messages. And then that's when they tell her, so there's a special software we can plug your phone into, and even if it's deleted, we can still retrieve the content, and then we return it back to you. You have to come back. And that's, of course, actually, and then he stops saying something, and then she cuts him off and says, you're not going to, like, take it from me though, right? Because I need it for work. So this, again, is where she's saying that her phone she had is for herself and for work, okay? She doesn't want to give it up. Right here, she's like, I just Googled before I met with you guys all of this information, and yeah, I'm not giving you guys my phone. And that's when he says, no, we don't need to, like, take your phone and then you don't get it back. I mean, there's a process about getting information from the phone, but we have people who can do that. And it wouldn't be a big intrusion. And I think about this too, right? Because if you think that afterwards, after this interview's done, you're going to think, hey, you know what? that text message that he wrote, that was a little strange, then maybe we can get that. So for now, I don't know that it's necessary, but if it becomes necessary, we may come back to you and say, hey, can we just take a look at your phone, and we like to retrieve those text messages. And again, it may not even be the content. It may just be the time and location. So here's the thing with this interview that kind of bugs me. When we looked at, I wonder sometimes if the time is off, but it can't be off. Because right here, he's obviously explaining to her the difference, right? Like the content of the text message and stuff. And then we know she goes on in her Google searches between text messages, text content, the difference between the two. So I don't know. I just think it's weird that he's bringing it up during the interview, but prior to the interview, she was already looking all this shit up between all of this. And that's when she says, well, I mean, as long as you guys will give it back, I mean, that's the only thing. I just need it for work. I don't even pay for it. Anadarko does. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. So Anadarko pays her phone bill. She doesn't even pay it. So I can't really just like not have it. That would be a problem, she said. Oh, okay. So I didn't know Anadarko paid her phone bill. I really wondered, did they pay her phone bill? So she just hands her phone bill over to work? How does that? Does anybody work for a company that they pay your phone bill? How does that process work? Do you hand over your bill, monthly bill, or? Yep, Delana, I agree. I totally agree with that. I didn't know Anadarko paid for it. I wonder if that is true. I mean, if it was her work phone. I'd say Anadarko helped her dissolve those records. That's a good point. Hey, Heather, I didn't say hi to you. How are you? Marissa, see, when the chat goes so slow and then it just like sends out a lot, and then the comment I wanted to highlight goes away right here. My ex-husband had his phone bill paid for them. They gave them a check every month towards his phone bill. So did he have to show them the phone bill, or how did that work? I just didn't know Anadarko paid her bill. I mean, allegedly paid her bill. So we know she didn't give her phone up on this day. She didn't want to give her phone up at all. She's very adamant about it. She was not happy about giving her phone up. My husband has a phone through work and never sees the bill. See, that's what I was thinking, Delana, right there. Why would she be having, I mean, I don't know. Hey, Demon, you are late. Were you at work, Demon? Gypsy says that she's a property management. I'm in property management. I hate this comment. Ay, they go so fast. Hi, Tiger Girl. I don't think I said hi to you. They cut me a check. Yeah, that's what I would think too. They would cut you a check. But I would think you wouldn't see the bill. You wouldn't have access to the bill. I don't know. That's just weird to me. And so they pay even for her to use on her own time. That's just, I don't know. Backwards Barbie. Oh, what a cool name. Backwards Barbie. I don't think they would pay the entire bill. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. They pay money towards the bill. She didn't work there for, I don't know, it was her own personal. Yes, good point. Good point. Valerie says, I never seen the bill. It's taken care of. Yeah, so I don't know. She's saying though that my husband's phone is for work only. Oh, okay. So Delana's saying her phone's only for work. Yeah, see, hers is for work and personal. Well, I'm sure Anadarko didn't give her a freaking iPhone. I mean, I she's through a temp. She's a temp, so there's no way. It's strictly for work, Valerie. Yeah. See, that would make more sense to me. What did you say? My job pays for the bill and I don't see it, but it starts making personal calls from it. I'll hear about it. Why? Oh, see, that would make sense too. Some 50%, because you're not supposed to use your personal use that work phone for. It's like at work. When you're at work, you're not supposed to be using that work phone for personal phone calls. I mean, we all know that. But she wasn't an employer. Nope, she wasn't. I don't think a temp is going to give out an iPhone. I mean, I'm thinking you get a flip phone or something. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how Colorado is, if agencies give out iPhone to their temps. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I back in the days when I was younger, I've worked at temp agencies and I've never gotten a phone, especially. Well, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, she was. Yeah, you're right, Sky. She was through Tasman. Right, Tasman. Yeah. Oh, please don't bring up the brown bathing suit. I'll put a photo up for you guys.
After this interview, it's okay. You know what? That taxi message that he wrote, that was a little strange. That maybe we do working on it. But for now, I don't know that it's necessary. But if it becomes necessary, we may come back to you and say, hey, can we just take a look at this phone? And we'd like to retrieve those text messages. And again,
backwards Barbie, your name is dope as hell. I love it.
Well, and I mean, as long as you guys
You are
would give it
not
back,
there.
I mean, that's one thing I said. I would work. I don't even pay for it in a dark house, so I can't really just not have that be a problem.
Did he have a work phone and a personal phone?
Yeah. Yes.
Do you have numbers for both?
I mean, I could look up his work phone number on like.
She was contracted through Tasman to
The first couple times that we talked,
Anadarko.
like a few days, it was on his work phone, but then it shifted to his personal phone. So it's like, I
It's
don't
Tasman.
want any personal conversations on the work phone, because we're pretty separated at work, and I'm trying to keep it that way at work. I don't think anybody working is going to talk, but they're not affiliated with each other.
Yeah, if we could get both numbers, that'd be great. Just make sure that we
Night,
have them.
Ember.
I don't know how to do that on here. I think there's like a directory in here somewhere on my thing. How do you smash it?
Okay. Okay, I gotta read you guys this. Okay. So now they're asking her. Okay, so I know it's hard for you guys to hear, but her voice just changed again. So now she's going into this little girl voice that she goes into where it's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to work my phone. Silly me. She's going into this little weird voice right now. And she's now all of a sudden, she doesn't know how to work her phone. Okay. So and why? Because of this. The detective asked her, so did he have a work phone or a personal phone? And she says, yes. You have the numbers for both? I mean, I could look it up, his work phone number on my directory thing. And then he says, did he contact you on both? Meaning, did he contact you on his work phone and personal phone? And she says, the first couple of times that we talked for a few days, it was on his work phone. But then it shifted over to his personal phone. Because I was like, I don't want any personal conversations on the work phone because we're pretty separated at work. And I'm trying to keep it that way at work. I don't think anybody at work even knows that we've talked. We're not affiliated with each other at all. And then he says, yeah, if we could get both numbers, that would be great. And then NK moans. And it even says right here, NK moans. She's like, just so we can make sure that we have them. So all he's asking her, all the FBI is asking her is, can we get his work number and his and his personal number. You know, they're not asking her, hey, give me your phone right now. They're just asking for Chris's number. And all of a sudden, she's going to go into this, like, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Okay. She's already moaning. And then she says, I don't know how to do that. I think there's like a directory in here somewhere on my theme. So now she doesn't even know how to go on her own directory on her phone and get Chris's number. Like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, I mean, I can't. Now, this is very important, you guys. So then after she's, you know, all of a sudden she doesn't know how to go through her phone that she's had this whole time. She doesn't know how to go down her and find her directory and find this information now all of a sudden. Her dad says something that I thought was interesting. She has her phone up, obviously, at this time, right? Because, you know, she's trying to, you know, pretend she doesn't know how to find the number. And Dwayne says, what did you do? Smash it? What the? It's one of those broken screens or what? And I just think it's interesting that that day on Wednesday, when this interview happened, that her phone was smashed, her screen. And the reason I say it's interesting her dad brings this up, because allegedly she hung out with her dad on Sunday, right? You know, it was her core day. She didn't go to brunch with them, but she went to go see the sea squirrels. What was it? The sea, whatever. She hung out with her dad. You know, she's seen her dad. I don't know. It's just interesting that he didn't notice her phone being broken that day. So I'm wondering, when did her screen break, or did she smash it on purpose? Was she already trying to destroy her phone? I mean, it's just weird that her dad points out that the screen is broken and smashed. I don't know. I'm sorry I'm making you hear it. I'm sorry. Right? No, for Mickey, for us though, because it's just weird that her dad said, and I'm going to rewind it a little bit. Hopefully you guys can hear it. You'll hear him say, what did you do? Smash it? Like, you could hear it in his tone. He's like, it must have been really bad. Her phone must have looked really bad for him to make this comment. And he's like, what is this? What is it, one of those broken screensavers? That's how bad it looked. Oh my God. Let me rewind it. Hold on. Let me see.
Affiliated with each other. Yeah, if we could get both numbers, that'd be great. Just to make sure that we have them.
You hear
I
her?
don't know how to do that. I think there's like a directory in here somewhere on my theme. How do you smash it?
It's one of those broken screensavers.
I know. We're gonna know okay about it.
Did you just hear how her voice changed? Oh my God. And you hear her dad? What did you do? Smash it? And then they all laugh. And the dad, it must be really bad because the dad thinks it's one of those broken screensavers. It's that smashed up. And she says, a lot of people are annoyed with that, actually. No, that's just annoyed with what? That your screen is smashed? That makes no sense.
Sort of contact like in the dial the phone.
Yeah.
Oh, for the thing.
Here's a little rattle. Sort of contact like in the dial the phone.
Oh, for the thing.
Here's a little rattle.
And right there, I don't know what, and even in the transcript, it's like mumbles. It just says, Dwayne tells her something like, yeah, what about that contact thing call? And she's like, you mean for that? Like, I listened to that part over and over and I can't make out what they're saying, but it seems like NK doesn't want to talk about whatever it was right there. I don't know. Exactly. You know she ain't gonna have no broken screen for no 2 weeks. This chick's gonna go get that shit fixed. Exactly. Now she's getting all frustrated because she doesn't know how to go through her own directory.
All he did was connect his phone. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
I'm sure you could get it.
You have his personal cell phone.
Yes, that's what's saved in my phone. I don't have his work phone saved in my phone. I was hoping that I could look it up on my work directory because it's like linked to my email, I think, but.
Well, that's a, actually, can we get that from you, just his personal number?
So the directory is linked to her email. So I'm sure if this is her work phone, right? Like she said, I'm sorry, you must be contacting your employees, right? Sending emails out to them, contacting them on their work phone. You would have that linked. Bullshit, she doesn't know how to find it. This is what she does. If this is her work phone and she uses it for work, she knows how to work it. I don't know why she won't give the work phone number up. I just don't get that.
I'm sure we have it already, but can you just get that? And then the work phone, we'll get that from work.
Yeah. 910.
And Chris does not have this phone number no more. So, hey Gina.
That's the number that
Hey girl. Hey.
And then one more question as far as, because I know you were doing the social media thing, but did you have an email address that you guys were in contact? No emails?
I think we had like one email, but it wasn't like us talking. It was like I was just trying to help them along with the equipment that I operate and they use in the field, like a gas monitor kind of thing. So just that was like a big cost.
So now she's admitting they emailed once. Remember in the beginning? No email. But he asked her about it again. So now she's like, oh, we have one email.
Something was wrong with the gas monitors. So I think he came to me about that. And then I think we talked a few times on his work phone. And then it was like, no. At that point, it was still professional. But I kind of knew that it was like getting to the point where it was going to be a personal thing. And I was like, we should be doing that. That's not fair to me. And this is like my work phone and my home phone, but it's mine. So I don't really want.
Hey Lua. Lufa.
So I mean, any correspondence that would be
And actually, I don't know what I asked in the beginning, because your full name? I know it's Nikki, but
Wow.
Kessinger. Well, we came right down once you called.
Did you just hear her? My God, you guys. So the detective, he asks her, what's your full name? What's her full name? Because they just know her as Nikki. And she says, wow. Like, bitch, he doesn't know your name. Tell him why would he know your full name? Like, who does she think she is? Like, my God. I'm going to play that part for you guys again. Like, seriously, who does she think she is? I'm so sorry. I'm cussing you guys. I didn't drink for this interview, and this is what happened. I do this all by myself when I'm in this studio, and I'm going through her interviews. Let's listen.
And actually, I don't know what I asked in the beginning, because your full name? I know it's Nikki, but
Wow.
Kessinger. Well, we came right down once you called.
Wow, you don't know my name? How
Yeah.
dare you? I'm so annoyed, Larry.
And then, your date of birth? That's it.
So her birthday is July 3rd.
Think of anything else?
I think I would be.
Public information, guys.
My mind.
So I did a good job asking you lots of questions.
Hopefully I gave you something that you can use.
Oh my God, there's her dad again. There's her dad again, interrupting and using the word accelerate. How many times has her dad said that in the interviews? Accelerate. We get it. We get it. Here he goes again. So they're asking, okay, so did we do a good job? Did we ask a lot of questions? And she's like, well, hopefully I'll remember. Hopefully I gave you guys something good. You didn't give them anything. And this is where her dad interrupts again and says, yeah, we just want to accelerate it because of those babies. We don't know them, but there's somebody out there. As long as you're safe, we're cool with it. I don't know what that means, but I don't know what that means. Let's hear that from Dwayne.
That's it. You think of anything else?
I think I would be. We did everything that was on my mind.
So I did a good job asking you lots of questions.
Hopefully I gave you something that you can use.
We don't know them, but if there's somebody out there, as long as you're safe, we're cool with it.
Yeah.
you know.
And that's the main reason we get involved. Anytime there's a missing kid, locally, it's reach out to us for additional manpower, essentially. So we always want to get that resolved as quickly as possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's the key. And I can tell you this, we're doing everything it takes. So,
The more clues, the faster it gets.
Right.
that's
And
exactly right.
That's why we thought we'd
get through.
Right.
No, and I think your information is very helpful. It also gives us a lot of insight, which is helpful in the investigation. So, yeah, that's good. All right. Well,
So you guys with the local or with the Fed?
Why does that even matter, Dwayne?
You're just helping out with the, the small.
Yeah, Frederick's a smaller PD, and a case like this requires a lot of manpower.
Yeah, we used to do water treatment plants up there in Erie and all of those, and man,
Never, Demon.
there was just not enough fun going on in those towns. It's not overcrowded, no traffic, I mean, it's a lot.
There's no quarantine people.
It's a lot smoother way of life, so I couldn't imagine that they would have 50.
No, it's just a one detective and you go officers.
That's one of the ways that we can help, just because we have a lot of people with our resources.
Good to know.
Yeah. Alrighty, well, I'm sorry about the mosquito bites as well. I know I've tried
You got it.
you know, it's like, they're fine, and you and I are getting dead here, so.
And then after that, it's just a bunch of static and it's just pretty much cut off. But for that part right there, I just thought was kind of interesting that Dwayne, he's asking if they're local or are they with the feds? And that's when they're like, oh, we're FBI. We're both FBI agents and we're just helping out. And, they all laugh and Dwayne's like, oh, that's a small. And then they interrupt him and they're like, yeah, Frederick's a small PD. And, in a case like this, it requires a lot of manpower. And that's when Dwayne goes on about a story about like, yeah, I used to do water treatment plants up there at Erie and all those. And man, they were just there, not enough like going on in those towns and all that. And all those, it's not overcrowded, no traffic. I mean, it's a lot smoother way of life. And that's when they're just like, yeah, they just have one detective, a few patrol officers, and that's one of the ways that we can help just because we're a lot of people resources. And Dwayne, good to know. And then NK just goes on about mosquitoes and she's being bit. And that's pretty much, I did cut it off because after that, there's about, I don't know, like 2 minutes, I think, of just pure noise, but we don't need to hear that. But that's where that interview ends. So yeah, you guys, I got through that without taking a shot. I'm proud of myself. Oh yeah, Sam 50%. I think, from the beginning, it's very clear that Dwayne wanted to know who was going to be covering what with this case. And then they also wanted to make sure, after this one, you guys will hear that they really want to make sure who was going to be handling her phone, what department was going to be handling her phone. I just always wondered, why would that matter? Why? I don't know. How do we know NK behaved in an oil rig with all men? Damn shit. Dorothy, seriously. Thank you, Heather. Let me see who else is here. I'm just glad I made it because the second interview, I think it's probably the phone call interviews that get me the most upset. Because in those interviews, she does a 180 with a lot of the information she starts contradicting herself really bad. I think by that point, she's feeling the heat, I'm thinking. And they had already ran something on her phone. So I think her mind's getting the best with her because she starts slipping up a lot in those interviews. Hey, crazy mama. No, we don't want to see her. Is Demon trying to see her in her brown bikini? Is Larry leaving? Bye, Larry. Are you leaving? Good live today, Larry. I was listening, by the way, when I was cooking dinner. I couldn't get in the chat, but I was listening. I wanted to comment so bad, but I didn't want to burn my sausages I was making. That always happens to me when I'm listening to Andy's channel. Oh my God, I always burns my food. Heather, I know. Her dad really does. And then in the second interview, I mean, when her dad like tells Kobat like all that stuff, it's so uncomfortable to listen to. Like I don't know. Oh, for sure, Dorothy. Oh yeah, she did. She did. I mean, I wonder what was that? She probably bend over. Like, look at my booty. All right, guys. So I am going to wrap up this live. I know it isn't a long one, but I do have birthday planning to finish up, and I'm doing some DIY. Is it DIY? Crafts tonight. Thank you, Meg. Chatty Meg. I have to watch how I said that. Bend and snap. I love that movie, Alexis. Janessa, I'm so glad you made it. I'm so glad you did. That's totally fine. That's totally fine. I'll first have you in the group because I like to get to know people first before I add them to my personal Facebook. But usually my Facebook is pretty tied down. I actually don't have anything available for anybody to see. Everything's on lockdown on there, so I don't have a problem with it. That's totally fine. You'll just see a lot of swimming photos, workout photos, and that's it. I don't live an interesting life. Thank you, Sam, 50%. I always say when people think, oh, I'm going to follow her. She lives this exciting life. And then you see what I post and you're like, oh my God. It's nothing but workout, my food, swimming. Yeah. Oh, no, thank you, Sam, 50%. I just love talking to all you guys. I seriously do. I'm really enjoying going live. And I want to do another live where it's just kind of like a Q&A. Maybe you guys ask me stuff about, the case. I've been around for 2.5 years. Like I say, I know the case really well. So, I do want to do a Q&A. You guys ask me things about myself, as long as it's not too personal. Facebook kicked me out. Well, what did you do, Demon? Why did you get kicked out? You mean you're kicked out or you're on, what are you in that Facebook jail or what is it called? Oh, Marissa, I'm so glad you came on to here too. And we're going to start going through all the videos and interviews. Actually, Wednesday, I want to do another premiere. I enjoyed when we did the premiere for Lauren Arnold's interview so much. I liked that I was able to not worry about stopping and going. I was able just to be in the chat with all of you guys. So we're going to do another premiere this week. I'm thinking Wednesday, and we're going to be listening to the lawyer's interview. That's like an hour. So it's only going to be an hour premiere. So just make sure you guys are on that one on time, because that's not one like this where I can just start it late or whatever. It starts once I hit go, it starts. I was too bad, deleted my account. Ooh, you naughty, naughty, naughty boy. Tell me more. I've never been in Facebook jail. Has anybody been in Facebook jail? Anyone here? And everyone who's saying good night, thank you all for being here. I'm going to chit chat with you guys for a little bit, if that's cool with you guys. My computer's at 13%, so I got 13% left to talk to you guys. Oh, you just subbed. Thank you. Oh my God, and you're beautiful. Is that you in your photo, girl? You sexy thing. Well, John, I'm gonna do a premiere on Wednesday, so it's gonna be early, around noon, like 12 o'clock. And then after that, I'll be ghost for the rest of the week because, like I said, I do have my little one's birthday party this weekend, and I have so much to do and trying to get everything done before then. And I'm doing everything by myself since I don't have family out here. Usually when you have family around, you have the grandma helping you with the food and, but I'm doing everything. So we'll go live next week. We're going to do a members only live. And that one, I will be on camera for that one. And then I'm also during that live for the members only, I'm going to do our first members only giveaway, which I'm really excited about. And then we'll go live again next week for everybody. And we'll do Nichol Kessinger's second interview. But that one, I'm going to need a drink for. Desiree, again, I'm so happy you're here. I can't say that enough. And I truly mean that. I truly appreciate your interaction with me. Thank you so much for your support. Lighting is everything. It's true. Natural sunlight is the best lighting. When I take photos, I'm not going to lie. I love that. I don't know. The ring light is just so bright. I feel like I always look cross-eyed in my photos. I don't know. Hey, Muck. Was it Muck Boys? You're on Andy's channel, right? I think I see you. Is it Andy's channel or Larry's channel I've seen you on, Muck Boys? Aw, thank you. You're so sweet. Crazy Mama. I came in as a wrecking ball. I love your name, by the way. Is Amanda still here? Dorothy, you'll drink with me? Okay, you guys heard it. Dorothy's going to be drinking on, I'm thinking Thursday night next week. Not this week. Thursday night next week. Did that work for your drinking night, Dorothy? You're so sweet. I mean, 90% of the time, you guys, I'm in a baseball hat, workout clothes, lip gloss, and that's it. Yeah. You know that 1% when I get dolled up is a 1%. Oh, Crazy Mama's going to have a drink with me too. Yes. So next Thursday, we'll do another live. I'm thinking a little earlier, maybe 6, just because I know it's kind of late for you guys. I like going live at 7. It just works out so good with me because it's like my time where you guys don't hear, my kids are like, it's their time to just play video games or do their own thing. Everything's done. Homework, everything's done. Sports, everything, and dinner's done. But I want to see what works for you guys. You work out too? Girl, I'm trying to lose like 15 pounds. Girl, I don't drink, but I could while listening to you. If you don't drink, don't do it. I don't want anyone drinking if they don't drink. No, don't do it. But do get something you enjoy for that night. So if you've been wanting a cookie, get yourself a freaking cookie that night. Treat yourself. We all deserve a treat. Cut the carbs. I've been doing that. I'm on a really low carb diet right now. And I've been doing okay with it. My problem is I wasn't eating enough. Not enough, but I would eat like one huge carb meal for the day. And that's just not the way to do it. So I have cut my carbs down. And I'm in Arizona, so carbs right now are not the biz. It's too hot right now. It's too hot. So yeah. I've also cut my sugar out. And I've noticed since I cut my sugar out, I do feel better in the stomach area. Purple will drink. Purple's always down to drink with me. She is the boss. I love her. She'll drink Fireball though. She's pretty crazy. I mean, she is. Yeah, that's what I'm on. Where is it at? I'm on about, you guys are gonna be like, what? But because of that deficit, I'm on like a 1,100 to 1,200 calorie intake, and that's extremely low for me, but I'm in that deficit right now. So yeah. Meg, I feel so much better without the carbs, but not only that, I think it's the sugar too. I noticed when I was drinking the coffee every day with sugar, I don't know about you guys, my stomach would feel bloated. Even though it wouldn't look bloated, it felt bloated. And I noticed since I cut the coffee during the day, I'm not feeling that anymore, which is amazing. All right, guys. So I'm going to wrap it up. So again, on Wednesday around 12 noon, we're going to have a premiere with the lawyer's interview. And then I don't eat meat. Oh, really? A vegetarian? Wow, Demon. That's good though. But man, I like my meat. I don't think I could give up my meat. I could give up sugar and coffee, but I don't know. I do like meat. So just remember, Wednesday we'll go. We'll have the premiere Wednesday around noon, and then next week we'll have a members only live, and then we'll do a live on next Thursday. We'll do the NK interview, and we're all going to be drinking or eating a cookie, having a snack, a healthy snack, whatever you've been wanting. We're all going to do on Thursday night. Aw, Demon, thank you. I'm trying to be a little professional, and it's killing me. I mean, it really is killing me. I'm trying to be a little, because, you know, sometimes people in the comments before, when I first would go live, they're like, oh my God, you talk too much, and you laugh too much, and yeah. You don't do red meat? I know it's bad for you, but it's so good. Being bad is so good. You have a good night too, Valerie. I will have what? Let me see. I will have junk food ready and witty. Yes, 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 yes. All right, guys. So again, thank you to my mods for being here. You guys all rock. You guys do amazing. Thank you for all the super chats, you guys. And thank you for spending your, what is this, Monday night with me. Again, for members only, I'm going to be putting a video out this weekend explaining the giveaway and what it is. So just keep a lookout for that. Only you guys would be seeing it because it's so cool that on YouTube, I can click a button and it says members only. I didn't know that, but that's pretty cool. But thank you everyone for being here with me as always. And you guys all are amazing. And I couldn't be here this long without you guys, honestly, dealing with all of this crap. Oh, Desiree, I'm so sorry for that. All right, guys. So again, you guys rock. And Dorothy, I'm so glad you're here. I'm really glad you're here. Dorothy's been gone for a while, so I'm glad she's here. And Fuji, I didn't even see you. I didn't even see you in chat. Hello, hello. I hope you weren't here the whole time and I just didn't say hello to you. If I did, I do apologize. And you guys probably just heard my dryer go off. So for sure, Thursday, we're going to have to go live a little earlier so we can, like, you know, have a little pre-party maybe before we actually listen to NK's interview. Maybe, Amanda, you'll come on panel and you'll listen to it with me and we can, like, laugh at it together. Demon loves NK. He has her photo of her in her brown bikini on the ceiling in his room. Just like you sneak up from here. I'm so down for that, John. Oh, Dorothy, take care of your son. I hope he's doing better, though. I really do. But me and Dorothy, we email each other, so I'm just glad she's here, showing her beautiful face. I'm glad. I hope your son is doing better. Hi, Patty. Did I say hi to you? Yeah, Donna. I think it's the sugar since I cut it too. I think it's helped a lot. Like, and I mean a lot in a short period of time. So, I mean, I hate to say it, guys, but eating healthier and eliminating, like, you know, processed foods and sugars and all these things, oh, it does make you feel better. And I hate that because I love all that stuff. Hey, think for yourself. I did watch your live you did, think for yourself, Megan. Was it yesterday? Good job. I really enjoyed it, just by the way. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. And again, thank you guys for being here with me. And I'll talk to you guys on Wednesday. Bye, guys.